kicking it, you know, it's
Well,
really up to them.
How many investors are in here? Okay. How many want to be? All right, excellent. So for you investors, do you remember your first deal? How long did it take before you got your first deal done? Like,
Or after getting over the nerves.
after getting over the nerve. So some people wait years, some people a year and a half.
They call us, give him a round of applause. Doug.
So how long was it before,
About 3 months.
like, you made the decision, I'm gonna do it, right? How long did you hem and haw and think about it?
Not very long.
Oh, great, okay.
Still working on it.
Still working on it. How long have you been thinking about it?
A few weeks.
A few weeks. Wow, great. Anyone else? That hasn't done a deal, remember your first deal and how long you thought about it before actually starting to even take steps into doing it. For most people, it could be a few months, it could be a few years. For me, it was a couple of years. Got distracted by stuff, and then I go, wouldn't it be nice? I'm going to build. Once this happens, then I'll get. Then I will invest. Then I'll do. How many have had that? Some if then in some area of your life. Some in your career, in your relationship, in your health. Once this happens, then I will be willing to do whatever. So, to Edison's point, what really it boils down to is courage, is overcoming overcoming whatever fear, whatever conversation you have going on, and mastering it. Now, here's the other thing: when you come to events, you come to like these experiences, or you come to any networking or RIA event, is there going to be a tremendous amount of knowledge available? Usually there's plenty of information. As Edison said, how much of it is available for free on the internet anyway? Almost all of it, right? So again, now we're back to what stops people from taking action, getting that information, and then applying it. What would you think? Could be fear.
Fear of failure.
What else? Money and risk, support.
Fear of success.
Fear of success. Right now, no one in this room, but we know people who have that.
Someone to hold your hand.
Someone to hold your hand, right? So we're always looking for that thing. What that really boils down to is a few things. Number one, it's your emotional state, right? What state are you running from? Like, as an example, if money was no object, you could have any gas-powered car in the world, what car would you go for? You could have any car, gas-powered vehicle. Ferrari, okay. So how many of you all would agree a Ferrari would be cool? Okay, awesome. Now, would you take your finely tuned instrument, your Ferrari, you need gas, would you pull up to Steve's Bait and Tackle consignment shop with food truck in the back that's selling 81 octane that's been sitting for 5 years? Would you put that in your supercar? Why not? It would screw it up. Acting out of fear, anger, frustration, irritation, resentment, resignation, all of those emotional states, those non-resourceful states, be the same as putting that crap gas in your supercar. Does that make sense? Same is true though when you're showing up to an event like this. You come in and you meet new people and you go to learn something and you show up and you're like, what is this guy gonna teach me? It's stupid. The market sucks right now, I can't wait to get it. There are no deals around here. Easy for Edison, because he's been doing it for so long, right? And we come up with a story. We tell that story over and over. And by the way, because we are tribal creatures, what do we want? Someone to
Validate it.
validate, to agree. Like, yeah, me too. That's effed up, man. Right? And then what do? We form this bond with them. Now we start creating a relationship with someone who's just like me. Now I don't feel so bad not taking action because I found another person who does the exact same thing. So now we're brothers, but man, you're a brother from another mother. I was doing nothing. Dear Edison and his, and then we blame the market, the economy, and then we stop coming to events like this, or we do go, but no one wants to talk to us because we're like, pig pen with like negative energy swirling around us, and like every time we get over it, I got crap on me. And then we come home, we tell that story, and then if we don't take action, we don't get results. Now we've actually been validated from the story that we've been telling in the first place, and now we're right. And then we put off another month, another year, we go to another event, we meet another person, they come up with an opportunity, you've now just stacked even more non-resourceful stories and states one on top of each other. It makes it even harder to take the next step. Now I know no one in this room could relate to this, but we know people who have, right? Because here's what I know about you. If you're here, you're at the very least taking action. You're here growing your business. You're here meeting new people. You're here committed to learn. The 2mm shift is being clear about what emotional fuel you're accessing. Are you showing up 100% present with a 94 octane committed to delivering results? Or are you tire kicking, no pun intended? Are you kind of, well, let me see if this were, I don't know. And what Edison shared, you're familiar with the Pareto principle, right? 80-20. So 80% is showing up, 100%. But that 20%, like, let's imagine you're a hard money lender. Okay, let's say someone's got a deal, they're coming to you, and they give you the form, do the deal, and the terms are, I'm like 80% committed that I'm gonna pay you back. Like, are they gonna sign that and be like, oh, an 80% agreement? It's not gonna happen. And yet we do this every day, don't we? We show up, not 100%, we show up a little under, we show up, instead of the 94 octane clean fuel, we're showing up with 92 or 80 or whatever it is, and then not getting the results, and then what do? We continue telling the story as to why that didn't happen. You and I, we are the architects, we're the designers, we're the writers of our epic warrior's journey. And to get results like other warriors, you've got to then do what those other warriors do. And what Edison is talking about, the 10%, the 20% that he's going to work with you on, is going to be the little things. The tweaks are going to put you over the edge, which are vital. But you are going to have to show up and do some of the work yourself first, right? Because then you will have the energy necessary to keep the momentum to get the results. And I remember my first deal, I was scared. I took out basically all of our cash. I had to tell my wife, okay, honey, remember that little nest egg that we had going on? I just took it all out and we're getting this. And she's like, more debt? And I'm like, well, this is good debt. Like, now, at first, people don't understand good debt versus not so good debt, and it took a while. But so for her, I took a leap of faith with my mentor. Someone like Edison, I still rely on Edison, and we talk a lot, and we do things together. And sometimes I need that other person to give me that little kick over the edge, to be like, no, trust me, it's going to be okay. We've done this before, done it a million times. I know it's new for you. This is old hat for me. And then you can borrow. This is why it's so important that you invest in yourself. You could borrow your coach, your mentor's belief in what's next. Borrow it. Take advantage of it. If you're going to invest in yourself. Find those opportunities. This is an investment of your time, which is incredibly valuable, more valuable than the cash you may lay out in the future for any property, any opportunity. The most important investment you can make is, of course, in whom? In yourself. You're the one who's doing the business, you're the one who's driving the car. Surround yourself with people who are getting the results you're committed to. So the last little piece of inspiration. Been the key to my success. You guys have no idea who I am or why I'm sharing. And I won't bore you with any of that now, but I started with nothing and worked my way up to working on multiple Grammy-winning records, then reinvented myself, got on the road with Tony Robbins. I'm now personally trained by Tony, on the road with Tony for years, then help people reinvent their lives, families reinvent their lives in addiction, and also in growing their businesses, starting new businesses, and taking their business and personal life to the next level. The key to all of this has been, and I know this is a pattern with all the most successful people, surround yourself with people whose normal is what you aspire to. Surround yourself with people whose normal is what you aspire to. So like we were mentioning, David was mentioning Frank McKinney. Frank is retiring right now and is doing his last $17 million house, but he and I, and our family's become very close. Not only because he's an awesome person, but my original conversation was, man, he's getting results in his business that I wanted to experience. So just made it a thing that I was going to be sure and get to know him better. We became very close, and he's an amazing guy, and I've learned nothing about real estate from him. Nothing. That's not why I became friends. I became friends with him because he's an awesome person. What I did learn is absolute unstoppable certainty and confidence and mindset. He's got an ownership. You look at the most successful people, they own what they're capable of, even when they don't know they can do it. Think about it. The most successful people on the planet very often are less talented than you. How many of y'all would agree? The only difference is that they don't give up. They have so much certainty and confidence in their ability to make it happen. They will just do it and they will figure out a way. What do they do though when they're not in the right environment? They go, hey Edison, what do I need to do? Let me bring you on board, shorten my learning curve. Let me do that investment and then take your life to the next level. Does that make sense? Awesome. So with that being said, how many of y'all committed to raising your standards in all areas of your life to experience extraordinary results? Just raise your hand and say aye. Awesome. On a side note, just as you know, I, as a speaker, coach, trainer, all that, we do have an event coming up August 10th. So if you guys are interested in spending a day digging deep, August 10th is an opportunity. You can get my information from Edison if you want. I have cards here. We'd love to be learning more about what you guys are doing. Always looking for investment opportunities and ways to help each other grow, because I believe as we all succeed, we all succeed. Good or good? Awesome. So thank you for all that. Yeah.
How long do you think people need to be coming to these meetings or listening to inspirational stuff? Like every day or every week or once a month?
Every day is a good start. So little things that I do is I sleep wearing headphones, plug-in stuff. I sleep with this being just pumped into my head. Every morning, if you guys aren't meditating or getting present to some gratitude of your opportunities, visualizing who you're going to meet, investigating any kind of bit of education, whether it be inspirational, motivational, spiritual, because here's the thing, motivation that's the spark. Motivation is the spark in the car, but you still got to get the momentum, you still got to take action, so you got to keep it fueled. So coming to as many events as this, how many of you go out networking? Okay, here's the key to the networking. Follow up with people and get meetings with them, grab a coffee, learn more about them. How many people have seen the serial networkers and it's like, oh, I'll see you next month at the next meeting, and then what have you done since then? Same stuff, different day. Like, well, let's do something about that. Let's break that up. So anyone you can meet. I'll be at another RIA tomorrow night. I've done 3, 4, 5 networking events in one day. I'll be going to 2 more today, as a matter of fact. There's a speed networking, Georgia speed networking, and then the holistic chamber doing something. So the more you can get out there and connect, the more energy you're going to develop, and then what happens is the universe aligns with you when you've got that momentum, that energy. There's just something magical that happens when you continue to feed your brain. Just like when you're looking for deals. How many deals should someone look for before making an offer?
Lots.
How many offers should one make?
Lots.
Oh, you mean you don't just do one?
Hundreds sometimes.
Yes.
Hundreds.
And same is true with investing in yourself, right? So it's fill yourself with as much information, as much motivation, meet as many people as humanly possible, and connect with them, because you never know who they're going to know, right? That's the other thing. Oftentimes we think it's like reciprocal. It's like, hey, I do for you, you do for me, right? It doesn't. The universe doesn't work like that, right? If you just right, it's you provide information, motivation, inspiration, networking, and then you just give freely, you leave hands open. Because if I'm doing is looking for direct reciprocity, my hands are too busy looking for that, and I'm missing out all the other opportunities. So when you're going to events, to coin BNI, givers gain. Add as much value as humanly possible, and be open to receiving as much value as humanly possible, and you will experience extraordinary results. Is that helpful?